Yo, what's good? In today's video, I'm gonna show you some tips and tricks for drill percussion. Now today's video is mainly gonna be aimed at beginners, but if you're not one, stick around anyway. I need the watch time. Now with trap, I'd say the main component is definitely the melody, but with drill, it's all about the bounce, them drums. And if you fuck up the hi-hat pattern, you fucked up the whole beat. But don't worry, you're not gonna fuck up the beat because you're gonna watch this entire video, aren't you? All right, so let's start off with the snare. So what we're gonna do is lay down our first snare halfway between the first bar, like so. Then our next snare note is gonna go just before the end of the second bar, like so. And then you just repeat the process pretty much. I like to lay it out in the channel rack though, it's just easier to visualize. Then you can just highlight this, Control B, copy it over, and that's your basic snare pattern done. Now if you want to, you can add a bit of flair. For example, you can make the snare hit twice just before the end. Or after the first 4 bars, you can remove the first snare just to add a bit of tension. To the hi-hats. Now this is the easy way for me to remember it. I put down a note here, skip 2, put down a note here, skip 2, put down a note here, skip 1, put down a note. So it's 2, 2, 1, repeat, 2, 2, 1, repeat, and just copy that pattern over. I know it's a bit hard to get the bounce when you first start out, but if you follow this little formula, it's idiot proof. Not to call you an idiot though, because I know you're smart because you've already subscribed and hit the like button. You little genius. But of course that sounds really dry, so what you want to do is play with the velocity of these notes just to add a bit more rhythm to it. And of course, if you want, just like with the trap beat, you can add some hi-hat rolls just to add some more sauce to it. Now, another little trick you can do to add a bit more rhythm to your hats if you've just got a basic pattern is you can open the counter snare, go to this wrench here, go to the echo and delay menu, and up the feed a bit. This will just add a bit of echo and delay to your hat so they have an extra layer of rhythm. Now I'm gonna walk you through a few techniques that I did on this finished beat that you can hopefully apply to your own beats. Now one thing you can do as well is add a secondary snare in just to add a little extra bounce. In this case I've got this Dior snare and I make it hit just before the main snare hits to give a nice bounce. Another thing I do with quite a lot of my beats as well is that I'll have a main hi-hat pattern that's quite subtle, but then I'll have another perk pattern on top to complement it. I'll show you what I mean. So this is my hi-hat pattern. Then I've got this little bongo sound, increase the echo and delay on that, and then I've got this. And with both my extra snares added too. Also, depending on how your sample sounds, you might want to add some breaks in your hi-hat patterns. For example, with this sample, I want this part here to be a bit more emphasized. So I cut a little gap when that happened in my hi-hat pattern, and then I've got this. Anyway, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you found some value in it. If you did, consider subscribing, hitting the like button. Let me know anything you want to see from a future video down below in the comments. Also, I send out free weekly samples. If you guys want to get on the list, DM me on Instagram with your email, or just email me jsaulbeats@gmail.com and say you want to join, and I'll put you on there. Anyway, till next week, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Follow me at JSaulBeats on IG. I post there pretty much every day. I respond to all my DMs.